I see a room full of people. I see a room full of people who care deeply about Geneva, who care deeply about its promise, its beauty, its future. You've heard it from the Reverend, you've heard it from Pinky, you've heard it from Steve. You've heard it from so many of these speakers tonight about where Geneva is and the promise it carries for all of us. But it takes work. It takes a lot of work. I see familiar faces here. I see new faces here. Not all of us are born and raised in Geneva. A lot of us are new here. A lot of us that are new here make a difference here. I thank them for being here and stepping up, so they help make a difference here as well. Because old and new does make us better. It's funny because I also feel the presence of the esteemed hall here at Club 86 of some of those who are no longer with us. Sue, my mother, my father, Jimmy, and I'll tell you, Sue probably would have hugged and kissed every one of you, whether she knew me or not, to get to know you. My father couldn't have sat here this long. Matter of fact, I don't think he'd have lasted 10 minutes. He'd have been in the bar, having drinks, waiting for you to come out, sit and chat with him, and treat you in the most lovely, respectful way, and probably make you laugh a lot. But I think about that, and I think about community. And I want you to think about those in your lives who mean something to you and have meant something to you, that brought you to where you are today, who you are today, why you are here today, why it is we believe in community. It is that upbringing, that belief, that faith that brings us to want a community, not for one, not for some, but for all. And that's what it is that we're inspiring here today. That is why we've had the speakers we've had today. That is why my vision and what I'm doing is about community and community for all. I want to thank former Mayor Einstein for his kind words. I know he couldn't be here today. Steve Valentino, former Mayor Uncle Pinky, for introducing me, sharing their wisdom and importance of the role. And let me say this about Uncle Pinky in all seriousness. And my brother said it. And by the way, that was my brother's chance to start getting even, which I'm sure is just beginning. But his contribution to Geneva wasn't only meaningful during his tenure and all the years after, but as his nephew, I can tell you, his spirit, his example of service, has directly fueled my passion to do better for myself and for Geneva. So I want to thank him for his legacy, for his time, and his dedication. So please join me. I just realized those balloons might be in the way for some. Hi. So a special thank you, of course, to my brother and my sister. Yes, they were thrown a curveball today, but they stood up. They stood up to help. And they stood up because they believe in me and what it is that I'm doing. So I want to thank them for what they've done today. Who knew my brother was that funny? Who knew? Well, I guess I never gave him a chance to talk. And my sister is a natural, whether she believes it or not. So thanks to both. Thank you to my committee and my volunteers tonight, Christine Lane, Katya Romanoff, Jel Gussler, Phyllis Snyder, thank you, Phyllis. No incidents, Phyllis, no incident. Janet Corey, Sue Cohen, Bill and Holly Sweeney, who can't be here, Kelly Hart, Kathy Cecere, and of course Uncle Pinky. All of them helped me make tonight what it is, and they're helping me as I move forward in this campaign. So thank you to them all. And thank you to the Club 86, the staff, the cooks, the wait staff, and the Legats. Let's thank them for being accomplishment. They're like the community too, because they're community as any I know. So thank you to them. Now, to the candidates here tonight. I know this is unique and different, but all the candidates who are here tonight, could you please stand? Every candidate who's here. I think you're still around. Thank you for your courage. Thank you for your dedication. Thank you for your belief in this city. Thank you for standing up. And thank you for believing in yourself. Because your courage, that dedication, that engagement to come forth to debate and discuss, in which I encourage you to debate and discuss any and every chance you have, anywhere you can. I want to hear this community needs you. I need you. Everyone around you needs you. And what you're doing makes Geneva the ultimate winner. They need to hear and understand that democracy is strengthened when you engage. Whether you win or lose, it doesn't matter. Well, it does matter. But winning and losing, regardless, is a part of this democracy. That winning and losing makes us stronger, and to do it in this respectful, meaningful, and polite and professional way makes us all better. So thank you for that. Let's give a round of applause to these candidates. Thank you to the Democratic Committee for your endorsement of me from the very beginning, for your faith, your values, your support, the positions we share, and helping me outline what it is that everyone will be hearing tonight. And to the Geneva Republican Committee, thank you for your dedication and belief in Geneva and in me, and for your keen sense to separate what divides us to what unites us. Yeah. Standing here today being endorsed by both parties. Truly humbling. And whether or not it's the first time in the city's history, doesn't matter. What matters is it's now, it's today. As the Reverend said, to be present in this moment, given where we are in this society, what means today is that we must be united in our thought and our approach. I appreciate and thank you for believing in me and standing behind me. So, I want to also thank my partner. He's not here tonight. Sort of another first, I guess. Kevin San Jose. So Kevin couldn't be here tonight because he's in Ithaca. He's hosting an event for our new Vinifera location. And guess what? He doesn't care for politics. At all. Good for him. Yeah, I think he's the smart one. And I actually secretly believe he's relieved that he didn't have to be here tonight. But I'm not sure he really got what he expected hosting that. So I was coordinating this event there, just real quick. I was coordinating an event in Ithaca, really nice event, a big event. We're open there a little over a month, and we've got this group who wanted to come in, and they changed the date to tonight. So I couldn't change this, so Kevin agreed that he would host it. What he didn't realize was the event included a room full of politicians. And it's true. You got the folks from Cornell, the president of Cornell University, and a whole host of business folks all talking about how to make Ithaca a better place. So it's kind of ironic, isn't it? Yeah. But he really does know how much I love this city. He really knows how deeply I believe in this city. So much that he even registered to vote. Now, he hasn't voted before because he thinks he'll be called for jury duty. I tried to persuade him of that as being an old wives' tale, but he still did it. Whether he votes for me or not, I don't know. So thank him for this. He's already brought attention to Geneva. Some of you may or may not know this, but he's actually brought Geneva attention on an international scale. He continues to do so. So I want to thank him publicly for his support, his patience, and his belief in what it is we are all doing here tonight. So thank you. So why am I running? Why am I running? It's simple. I believe in Geneva. I believe in this place. I believe in you. I believe in a vision of the future. I believe in a positive future. The truth is that this place not only is beautiful, yes, it has challenges, but it also has amazing potential and opportunity. That's why I'm here. I want to help be a part of a group that identifies and makes waves to make us better. And everyone who was standing earlier is already a part of that. And I want to believe that in my position I will continue to do that. This purpose that I talked about earlier that brought me back to Geneva, it was actually an easy one. It brought me to bring forth Finger Lakes Goods and Vinifera and open shops downtown, my latest one in Ithaca, which not only champions the Finger Lakes in Geneva and people who make have locally made goods, right? But it helps champion our community. My stores are about community. That's why I'm carrying this forward in this campaign. And I'll tell you, this is what's shaping me and what I hope will shape the future of the city. I was educated at St. Francis, St. Stephen's, DeSales, Geneva High. I went to Hobart College. That led me to Duke University for my MBA and a career I could have never imagined. Well, now I'm imagining something I believe to be better. It's my turn to get back. So, I also want to pause and thank these speakers tonight. Weren't they amazing? And the Reverend Brian Whitley. They talked about community. They talked not about politics and those that divide, but those that unite. They talked about things of who we are and who we need to be. Why they do what they do and what they see. Why? It's the voices we need to hear. These are the voices we need to understand as we make decisions. Those hard decisions that Pinky and Steve talked about, right? We need to listen, and I commit to listen to everyone. Democrat, Republican, Independent, it doesn't matter. I'm actually listening a lot already. But together, all of us, as we look at this, right? Everything they say from these experts, from these voices, they define what it means to be a community for all. So every person in this city, every person in every neighborhood, every generation deserves to feel that they are being listened to and that they are being a part of our future. If we want real progress, it starts with a city council that works. Our city council works. Perfectly? Of course not. I want to amplify what works. I want to work on those things that maybe we have some opportunity to work on. And I want to have a mission, a purpose, and a shared vision for a better Geneva. Like you've heard, we won't agree on everything, and that's perfectly fine. But we must commit to mutual respect, a strategic vision, and a professional way of working. As mayor, I will introduce strategic workshops for council members to set clear goals and protocols to keep us accountable and professional. Just as important is this relationship with City Hall and the city administration. I have a deep respect for our professional staff and the work they do every day to keep this city running. So take a moment, please, and stand up and, or don't stand, give an applause to everyone who works to keep this city clean, whether it's the DPW, the police, city administration, code enforcement. They deserve your respect for the work they do. One of the things I plan on doing is working with council to give our city manager and the administration a clear set of direction and accountable metrics to carry out. Council's direction in the city's manager execution, we will know our roles, we will know who we are accountable to. This alignment will serve us all better. That respect must extend beyond City Hall. I think all of us look at social media today, right? Unfortunately, or fortunately, it can bring us together, but too often it turns into a poisonous rat's nest of disrespect, mean-spirited comments, even cruelty, especially from those least willing to step into the arena or offer constructive ideas. I'm asking all of you here to step up and to be a positive force, not only here in the room in your community, but also online. For those of you who are active online, help lift the city up with your words. Challenge the negative with the positive. Help people understand that community also extends to the very online environment and universe that now commands so much of our lives. We want to make sure we step up not only for that, but for our businesses. As I referenced earlier, as you heard earlier, Pinky is a small town or a small business owner. I'm a small business owner now. Celebrate our businesses, celebrate each other, celebrate downtown. Doing so with Geneva, drown out the negative noise. I want to talk a little bit about something consequential. Ali teed up nicely here, the current state of the housing market. And this is something that's foundational for all of us. We have an affordability crisis, and Geneva's challenges are unique. Home prices, especially single-family homes, have risen, and for too many families, buying a first home is out of reach. Buying a home is out of reach. High property taxes are a barrier to ownership. Many homeowners want to maintain or rehab older homes, but costs are high. And they worry about improvements will simply raise their assessments and their taxes. On the rental side, limited supply, higher acquisition costs, inflation, push rents up, push people out. Today, and I want you to understand these statistics, 49% of homes in Geneva are owner-occupied, 49%, while 51% are rentals. Let's put some real numbers behind this. According to the city manager's report, 4,878 households exist in Geneva. Of that, 2,399 are owner-occupied, while 2,476 are rental units, with about 100 of them being short-term rentals. Let that sink in for a minute. It's a core issue for us. These statistics are the opposite of where the county is, where the state is, where the nation is. Ownership rates run 63 to 65% at these levels. Geneva has become a rental city. Now, this is not an argument to get rid of rentals. I believe in that. In fact, I've used them, right? We need them. We need more. But we need to balance this equation. What I'm proposing, and plan on proposing, is a comprehensive housing plan we would inject into our comprehensive plan to review and figure out a way to implement the spirit of increasing home ownership and improving housing quality. This means setting clear standards for landlords, creating pathways for renters to become homeowners, and ensuring quality, affordability, and homes for all. I'll look to launch 3 new programs: a home buyer's assistance program, a home rehabilitation program, and a rental assistance program, run and managed out of the City of Geneva. We will fund these responsibly through a rental licensing program, one designed not to put pressure on current rents. This is a very slow, methodical process, but one that strengthens our code enforcement, one that strengthens the fire department, offsets city costs, and over time helps us lower the property tax burden. But more importantly, it starts to bend the curve towards home ownership, moving up that percentage to help our community and help our neighborhoods. And I will form an ad hoc committee on housing to make this a reality. So some of you here will likely be asked to be on that committee. But this is something that's important to all of us. About downtown and economic development, and uptown, as we heard from Brian. Downtown is our heart. Uptown matters significantly. It's our economy. It's what drives us. As the owner of 2 businesses downtown, Brian and the businesses up in his business up in the plaza, economic development, small business realities of both areas aren't the same. They deserve a tailored focus. Right now, we have too many agencies pulling in different directions. Good people, not always aligned. My campaign conducted a downtown survey. And boy, did business owners respond. About 125 surveys went out, 125 people were surveyed, 49% response rate. What they told us was fairly clear. That there's confusion over who's responsible for what, frustration with actions and unclear decisions, and fatigue with bureaucracy. But they have hope. They also believe in a lot of the mission in terms of what we are doing. And they also believe they want to be a part of the future. So I'll also look to put together a committee to look at our current outline, our current array of agencies and entities that serve our downtown and uptown economies. When we talk about community, we can't forget recreation, we can't forget youth, the soul of civic life. We can't forget neighborhoods that don't have easy access to the YMCA or the Boys and Girls Club. Both are tremendous organizations and assets to our city. And we have something that's so unique and different. We have an ice rink, right? How many have ever been on this ice, right? Most will raise their hand, right? How many kids do you see go to a ton? I got a scar. I went on a date with Marianne Clinton. I went on the ice thinking how cool I was. I immediately flatlined on the ice and split open my chin. So yes, a lot of memories there. But it's old, it's tired, it's underused. There are efforts and energies right now to move it forward. And I will make this an anchor of what I focus on. one that brings together and creates a sports and recreation priority that ties directly into downtown, a year-round multi-use complex that serves youth, families, and visitors. Partnering with folks like Hobart William Smith. Think of everything Melanie was talking about. They're a valuable partner, and they will stand with us on this initiative. Stand with community leaders and business owners and fellow council members to really work on getting a facility that this community deserves, that sets us apart, and makes us a community of choice. So everyone, please stand with me on our efforts to make the ice rink really a differentiating part of Geneva. All these plans depend upon a solid foundation, including public safety. I have tremendous respect for our police officers, firefighters, and first responders. You certainly heard from Jim of the statistics and the volunteer force we have. They deserve our support, and they'll have it. Public safety is more than enforcement or responding to a call. It's about engagement and trust. I met with Chief Evelyn, I met with Chief Barada, and during this campaign, I talked to them about what works and what opportunities they see, and also what they can do differently going forward. And I commit to them as I commit to you to help them in that quest. This week is Fire Prevention Week, by the way. I don't know if you knew that. I attended a community program last night and the night before. And something very special happened there, and I'm going to do it to him right now. But for 40 years, Assistant Chief Michael Butler, sitting there, stand up. 40 years serving in the Geneva Fire Department. He's an outstanding example, as is Jimmer, what makes this community strong and inspirational. We sleep better at night because of people like Michael, Jimmer, and the professionals and pride that these departments and their volunteers have. Again, Amen. Let's give them the recognition. We'll deepen our partnerships with Hobart William Smith, Finger Lakes Community College, Cornell Agritech, our hospital systems, and more. As Melanie Sage noted, our relationship with HWS, with Hobart William Smith, is vital. And with Mark and Mary Dearman. Mark and Mary are true partners for Geneva. They have advanced Hobart William Smith's efforts to become more noble citizens than ever in the history, at least the modern history, of Hobart William Smith. Talking about fiscal responsibility, especially in light of the fact right now the city's debating the budget as we speak, and I think are making good progress in moving it forward. But I want to talk about it because it's your money, and I recognize that it's your money. Our property taxes are too high. We have $44 million in debt. Lowering taxes and reducing debt isn't easy. And as Mayor Valentino will say, we said it to me multiple times, it's complicated. There is no easy solution. It takes time and it takes a plan. And I expect that I will work with council, with the city manager, to create a budget and a process that not only reflects a need, but a prioritization of those requests and organizes them according to priority as set by council. So we can debate them earnestly and honestly and really determine what matters most. Again, not always agreeing, but helping move the city forward. I believe with those things I talked about, with economic development, with a comprehensive housing plan, with an ice rink, that we can change things and actually start moving the curve so that we can have not only better tax revenues, but better services in the city, because we'll attract more people, we'll attract more jobs, we'll attract more visitors, and we'll have more things for people in the city of Geneva to do to make it the community of choice. I know we've gone a little late, and I appreciate your patience. I appreciate what everyone has done here. There's more I could say. I could ask Uncle Pinky for any more words. I love you, Uncle Pinky. I also know my dad's probably sitting in the bar, also waiting, at least in spirit. But it does come down to one idea. It comes down to the idea and the concept of community for all. That's the heart of this campaign, the belief that every person in Geneva, everyone in this room, has a voice, has a vision, has the opportunity to help and to assist and to be most importantly be heard. I love this city. I've worked around the world, but there's no place like Geneva. This is my home. This is where I believe our best days are ahead, but I need your help, your continued support, your feedback, your input. Join me if you believe that we can build neighborhoods and thrive. Join me if you believe we can make housing more affordable. Join me if you believe we can fill our storefronts even more so, downtown, uptown. If you think we can attract good development, if you think we can be a destination for visitors, if you think we can make Geneva safer, stronger, smarter. Join me if you believe we can do this together, Democrats, Republicans, all of us. Tell me you believe.
Yeah.
Show our state, show our nation, show everyone around us that we're doing something different and we have the boldness to step forward and do so together. We can make things happen. When we do work as one, we all win. We are a city with a big heart. We are a city that can do amazing things when we do them together. So stand and let everyone hear it. Commit with me, commit with each other. Let's make Geneva a community of all. Thank you. God bless you. God bless you.